Hey Jen, I feel like I've lost my connection with my partner and I feel like I have nothing to talk about with them. I feel like we have just lost that deep soul connection. What can you recommend? That is the most common comment, direct message, like face-to-face question I get from my clients, and I actually have something for you. So I am always on the lookout for stuff to help solve that problem and bridge the gap emotionally, physically, with couples, especially long term. And I love this company. It is called Best Self. And they have prompts, because one of the biggest things I always suggest when it comes to that type of conversation, especially when you've lost emotional connectivity, to rekindle physical connectivity, is have deep conversations. Ask each other the hard questions. But how in the hell and where in the hell do you start? That's why I love a good prompt. I even love prompts when it comes to sitting around and talking with your friends, when it comes to just, rather than just saying, oh, let's just talk about random stuff, having deep conversations creates deeper connections with your friends, and the same with your partners. So this is the intimacy specific Best Self deck, and it really helps cultivate and deepen your love. Now, the best about this is it's not only going to have your intimacy questions, like describe something that turns you on, which you haven't shared with me. If you could have a magic wand, what would you want more of in our, SEX life? Describe something you'd hate to do for real, but find, KINK about. How do you describe me to other people? But there's also questions like relationship questions, like what do you feel is the most romantic thing I've ever done for you? There is things like what's your biggest fear for this relationship? How do we work well together and balance each other out? Then there is questions about past. Tell me something that you believed as a child that makes you laugh now over the past 10 years. What's been your biggest blessing in disguise? And then it moves into other questions about life. Who of my friends and acquaintances do you feel has a negative influence on me? Which of my friends do you feel I'm most similar to? If you were given $1 million that you had to spend in 1 week, how would you spend it? Which animal do you think your spirit animal and why? If you could see into the future, what's one thing you want to see? What are your top 5 qualities you admire about me? And then, of course, about themselves. In what ways do you feel underappreciated by me or others? If I asked you about your partners about your past partners, to list your most negative characteristics, what would they tell me? What's an area about me that you'd like to learn more about or have questions around? And what did you learn about money from your parents? So I love these questions, and it comes with like a little like instructions. How I like to play is I like to shovel them all up, and then I honestly like to pick 2 before bed every single night, just random. And you're going to notice here, I'm just going to put these all back in a random order, because I am actually going to play this with my husband. Because it really helps, like, hey, how was your day? Awesome. How was your day? Awesome. It breaks up the monotony of, just boring surface level conversation. And then you immediately go into like the scroll hole of TikTok, even though clearly you're seeing this on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, or YouTube or Pinterest. So with that being said, I'll link these below on my TikTok, and